So now that we know how to guess the password one character at a time, in this lecture I'm going to show you how to use the cluster bomb option of the intruder to manipulate two values at the same time. With this option, we can configure the intruder to go through all of the alphabet to guess the first character of the password and then automatically increase the number in here to guess the second, third, fourth, fifth, and so on. As a result, we'll be able to just start the intruder, have a cup of coffee, and it'll recover the long 20 character password for us in one go. I said recover and not guess because even though we are guessing the characters, we are covering all of the possibilities. Therefore, we are guaranteed to recover the password by the end of the attack. So we're gonna go back to our position and see the way we use this character in here, where we have the A to tell the burp intruder to replace this A with all of the possible alphanumeric characters. We could also do it in here because we're going to be going up in this. So we can basically say 1 to start with 1 and then tell burp to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 all the way up to 20. So this time we will be changing two variables. We'll be changing the character that we are selecting from the password. We're going to be changing the value that we are comparing this character to. So we're going to go back to burp and we're just going to put that in here. And as mentioned earlier, this will be changing the first payload or the first selection will increase the value in here to 20. And the second selection will increase will change the alphabet in here. And because we have two values that we're changing through this attack, I'm going to have to change the attack type from sniper to cluster bomb. And we're going to go to the payloads, and this time the first set is actually the first thing that we're changing, which is the numbers. It's not the alphabet. So the first set, we're going to select numbers, and we're going to say we want to start at 0 and we want to end at 20, and we want to step 1 at a time. And then the second set, this is the one that we're actually manipulating the letters in here. So this is the one that we already done before in the previous attack. So this is the one that we're gonna say brute force, and we're gonna try one character at a time, and that's pretty much it. So now we are ready to attack. And as you can see in here, the request count is going to be 756 requests that will need to be made for you to figure out this 20 character length password. But it is not unfeasible. It's actually very, very possible. And it wouldn't take too long, even with the community version of burp. Even if you don't have the professional version, as you can see, it will not take more than an hour. But obviously, if you have the professional version, it will be much, much faster. So you can simply just go ahead, have a coffee, wait for this to figure out the whole password for you, and then you'll be able to construct it in a text file and log in as administrator. So I'm gonna pause this and I'll resume the video once we have all of the characters figured out. Okay, so the intruder has finished working, and you can see that here we have the requests ordered in order of the request. And if you look at the length, you'll see most of the requests have the same length. But if you scroll down, you'll see some of them have a different length, like this one right here. So that should be an indication that the response was a little bit different. And if we look at the response in here and look for the welcome back, you'll notice that we have it in here. So that's our cue to know that the result was true, meaning that whatever character that we were trying to guess in this request is valid. Now, if we look at the character is B, and that is at the 10th position of the password. So now we know the 10th character in the password is the letter B. Now, instead of having to look through all of the requests, as you know, we have over 700 requests in here, and looking for the ones with the highest length, we can just sort them by length. So we just need to click in here twice, and now we have all of the ones that have the length of the response that contains the welcome back. So now we know that all of these requests all the way down to here are valid requests that actually guessed a correct character. And we have the positions in here. So all we have to do is simply open up a text file and we're going to just put them in here one by one. So let's go ahead and see what's the first character. So the first payload is the one that is guessing the character location. So looking in here, we can see that the first character is the letter N. So we're going to put an N in here, enter to put the next one. And let's look at the second character. Second character is number 9. Next, third character, it's the letter D. Next, fourth character is number 7. Fifth character is P. Sixth character is V. Seventh is F. Eighth is P. Ninth is the letter W. 10th is the letter B. 11, G. 12, 8. 13 is H. 14 is 6. 15 is D. 16, O. 17 is K. 18, T. 19 is X. And 20 is the letter N. So right now we have the password right here. And all we have to do is simply just remove the new line character after each of these letters. So we just have to concatenate them together. And there we go. Now we have the 20 character password. So as you know, it's a very strong password made of letters and numbers, 20 characters, very long, but we managed to actually brute force it. So we were guessing it at every character, but the chances of us getting the whole password was 100% due to the attack that we ran in here. So I'm sorry if this was a bit boring at the end to adding up the characters together, but I just wanted to make sure that you actually understand how we construct the password from each character. So the first payload was the one that is guessing the location of the character, and the second payload is the one that is guessing the actual character. We sort them out by length because our queue for a true guess is the welcome back message. So all of the ones that have this length in this example are the ones that have the welcome back message, and that's how we were able to construct a really long and strong password and guess it using a blind SQL injection.